Okay, chapter 7. This one takes place entirely within Reactor 5. It showcases Cloud, Tifa, and Barrett all trying to destroy the reactor, which goes wrong. They get caught through cameras and stuff, and yeah, it just showcases their attempt to escape. So we shall have a good nosy at what goes on. This bit was a cool little section where the team were trying to get down to the bottom but couldn't figure out how to get down, so they slide down on the pipes instead, which was pretty cool. And then after I roam around for a bit and nosy around in that chest, you do get to see the air buster before it is active. We get a little bit of foreshadowing as to what's going to happen with that. Obviously, if you've played the original, you know that air buster's the boss for this particular section of the game. What's going to happen here is the majority of it is Cloud, Tifa, and Barrett making their way back through the facility, and they can use keycards to make the air buster easier to fight.
Where is everybody?
So I'll showcase some bits of that, but I'll skip the majority of it because it's just like, it's all basically the same. Can't remember what it is that I actually end up taking off. I think it's like 3 for the big bomber, and then 2 for the AI, and then the M unit that you have to do. I think that's what I went with. But yeah, I'll show some of that now.
Good job. Now let's check out
so yeah, this is basically what I'm talking about. In this room we find a card key, and then you can go to the computer and we can mess about with how strong or how weak we want to make the air buster for when we fight it. This first one you have to do the M units, but as you go up through the various different floors, there are 6 key cards altogether, so there's another 5 after this, where we can take off various bits and pieces. In this playthrough, as I said, I did the 3 big bombers and then 2 AI cores. In my hard mode playthrough, I actually swapped them around and did the 3 AI and 2 big bombers. It doesn't really make much of a difference, I don't think.
M unit flagged for disposal.
But yeah, this is basically all that happens throughout the majority of the level, so I'm going to skip well ahead after this.
Let's move.
Let's keep it up.
Okay, so this is just a brief section as well before you fight the air buster. There's a bunch of switches in a room. You have to do one side of the console to open the door to go through to continue on to fight the air buster. The other set of controls in the room open up a secret vault door, which is for a trophy. Basically, you have to do the switches at the same time that Tifa does them, so it's like the control sticks, one of them's for Barrett, one of them's for Cloud. You do them at the same time as Tifa. It opens up the door, you go through, you find various different items and stuff. I think I get it eventually. Oh, I know I get it eventually. The timing for the last of the 3 attempts that you do for this particular switch is a bit weird. It's like very quick. But yeah, open the door and this unlocks a trophy. It should pop up any second now.
Good work, guys.
Likewise. You made it easy.
When they decide to stop talking, any second, that trophy. There it is. There's a trophy for opening up the vault. So I just thought I'd quickly show that off. So yeah, on to Airbuster. Here we go, the boss for Reactor 5, the Airbuster. This is a lot trickier than previous bosses. Up until this point, the Airbuster does quite a lot of damage when compared to anything else that we've fought up to this point. There's not really much to talk about. Basically, you do this fight, you do so much damage to him, he'll back off down this runway. Once he's backed off down the runway, he'll start using a tank buster laser cannon. Once he's got to a certain amount of damage, it will then destroy most of the catwalk, and then you'll have to sort of damage it with Barrett rather than Cloud and Tifa, because it'll be floating, which is an interesting. Well, it's not interesting, but it's like it's a different sort of mechanic to this point. But that's basically it for Chapter 7. There wasn't really much. Well, there was a lot of story that went into it, but there's not really much to show for it because the majority of it's just like roaming through the entire compound to get the key cards to make this weaker. You see here the tank buster attack, the tank buster attack. So much damage. So much damage. He also detaches his arms at one point as well. So, but yeah, Chapter 7, the whole Reactor 5 thing was interesting the way that they did it. Obviously, it finishes with Cloud falling off down to Sector 5, which we'll see in the next chapter. But yeah, that was Chapter 7. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in Chapter 8.
Take Tifa and get out of here.
I was wrong about you.
This ain't the end of the line for you or me.
Cloud!
Come on!